March the 1st. Should have done a little more before and after, but I didn't do it. So this is Becky's front porch that I intend to rebuild and remodel. We'll get a little bit better look and hear what we're looking at. It's pretty much a mess right now. I have that tarp up there cleaning it off, letting the rain clean it off for me. What I'm going to do is take down the porch that's there and take it all the way across the front, pretty things up a little bit. In the meantime, I've got some of my plants outside right now. I'll probably have to take them in a time or two. There's a forsythia in a pot that's blooming. A couple of rose bushes and some azaleas, which I've been nurturing through the winter months. There's a hydrangea back there. There's a couple of jonquils. And talk about before and after. Got that whole area cleaned out. Started cutting back my crepe myrtles. There's a whole bunch of them right there. And look at the daylilies all along the fence. Hope they bloom this year. And in the meantime, let's look around a little bit. The tulip tree, 2 of them, blooming like crazy, and the red buds, although the contrast is not good. Can you see? The contrast is not good. Oh, we've had a lot of rain. That's good. But the tulip trees, these things, poor little things, they suffer. They bloom early. They're about the first thing that comes in full bloom, and then we get a cold snap. It zaps everything. This poor magnolia. When I came back, all of this area was completely covered in wisteria vines that Mother had managed to not be able to take care of. So there's a crepe myrtle that was hidden in all that stuff. I cut it out, and it bloomed really pretty. There's a hawthorn. It's got some blooms on it that needs some nurturing. And there's a whole line of daylilies. And I think this is a forsythia. And some of the forsythia is blooming, some of it's not. But I have trimmed up my red buds out by the road. Now there's some bloom. You can see them. They're starting to come on. This whole area, meh. You couldn't see the road. You couldn't see the house. It's a mess. But now, right at this moment, I don't know if this is iris or tulip, or if that's iris or tulip, one or the other. But I'm gonna let this grow up. I got some there. I got a few more here, and then I've got this bunch over here. As soon as everything gets through blooming, I'm going to clean it up. There's some more forsythia. There's a crepe myrtle. There's a crepe myrtle. And anyway, collect the bulbs. Well, there's a forsythia plant that's bloomed, but if that's not the strangest thing in the world, it bloomed Yeah, that's been cut off. Well, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to look it up, see if I can propagate. Well, isn't that something? That's been cut off the vine about a month. So, mother had this laid out, cherry tree. And it's been, all right, let me go get that baby. Come on around. Come on, Jill. Come on around, girl. Come on, baby. That poor thing. Come on. Come on. So you can see where I cut back the crepe myrtles. They were just too high. They were up in the trees. There she is. Come on, you can come on out. Come on, baby girl. Come on. All right, y'all behave now. Big maple tree. So, jonquil. And you can see the jonquils. And there, right there, is the clematis. Getting started right there. And I'm gonna work it up here. Put some kind of trestle or something. You see the rocks. Oh my goodness. Got my work cut out for me here. So we've got hawthorn, forsythia. I'm guessing that's forsythia. And this is, I believe it's what they call bridal wreath. And that's some more hawthorn down there. There's some hawthorn. Good, there's a couple of hawthorns. I can nurture those. Forsythia that's not blooming yet. Some of the leftovers from this cherry tree. And it will bloom. It's beginning to think about blooming. And jonquils. And there's still a lot of work to be done up in here. Bridal wreath, I believe. You can see all the daylilies. Oh, we got a zillion. Now that one's going to be a real nice hawthorn. And all of this forsythia that's starting to bloom, but it's a mess. It needs more cleaning up. A couple more crepe myrtles. Another tulip tree. You can see the magnolias. And you see the jonquils blooming. And there's Simon. Hello, Simons. Hey, buddy. How you doing, Simons? Oh, leave the cat alone. Stormy. I had to drag a lot of the stuff that I cut down back here. And all the woods belong to us, all as far back as you can see. And there's my little feral that I take care of every day. I come down here and bring him his food. He won't let me get near him. 5 years, 6 years now. I've been trying. You can see off in the distance the jonquils. The backyard, I'm not going to go out because the dogs will go out and I don't want them outside the fence. Got that whole yard I got to work on. Anyway, that's a little tour, March the 1st. I probably got March, April, May, maybe most of June. If the weather's conducive, like, you know, it's been raining so much lately, I can barely get out here and do any work at any time. But Not much is going to bloom nice this spring because this stuff was so covered up, the ligustrum. Now I've burned most of it off, so most of it's gone. But all of this, you couldn't see the houses, you couldn't see any of that, you couldn't see through that. It was just solid ligustrum and just junk was up in there. And I've been working. I worked in the fall, worked in the winter. Yeah, I'm a little worried that my forsythia is not blooming big. I thought it would be. See, so that is forsythia. So the whole thing is putting out greenery, but I don't see the, usually the blooms come on first, which is what you see over here. But I had to cut it back. It was just, see how entangled all that is? There's some kind of vine growing up in there. I don't really even recognize it. You see, there's a red bud. It's in the wrong place. I have enough red bud. Ligustrum. This ligustrum was just everywhere. And so, there you have it. The backyard just completely overrun, overgrown with weeds and ligustrum, vines and wisteria. And whew, I won't ever get it done. It'll take years. That's it. There's Bobby. There's Bobby. Hey, Bob. Excited? There's Jack. Look at Jack. There's Spanky. Hey, Spanky. And there's Scamp. And there's Stormy. And who have I left out? There's Jill. She's an excited girl. I think that's, well, where's Taz? He's around here somewhere. Okay, that's the end of the tour. Any suggestions? If anybody has any suggestions, just keep them to yourself. I got this. And in time, we'll have a pretty beautiful new porch. You guys behave. Jill, Jack, Stormy. Bye.